Guys, it's your girl Frankie here and welcome back to my channel. If you are subscribed, welcome. I missed you guys. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. But today we are going to talk about high porosity hair and some tips on how to combat it and to get the most moisture out of your hair. So if you're interested in seeing how you can master your high porosity hair, then just keep on watching. So today we are going to talk about high porosity hair. Disclaimer, I am not a professional. I am not here to give you, I'm just giving you knowledge that I know that I have learned. So if you want to go into a little bit deeper, you can definitely do a little research and check out some other videos in regards to porosity. But I try to make my videos very simple and very to the point, because when it comes to hair, things can get very complicated. I feel like there's always a lot of things that contribute to your natural hair, and the shine, the moisture, how it looks, you know, it's a lot of factors, including genetics, that play a part in that. But with high porosity hair, basically your shingles are lifted. Okay, so they're lifted, they're missing some shingles, they have some gaps in it. It's, you know, basically your hair can absorb moisture very easily, but it also can lose it just as fast, and that in turns cause dry and brittle hair if you do not know how to properly moisturize it. So that's why I'm here. So I do have a hair porosity 101 video. I will put that down below for you to click on it, and it will give you just the beginning and a couple questions that I asked in order for you to determine if your hair is indeed high porosity. So one of the questions is, when you get in the shower and fully saturate your hair using warm water, if it takes less than 5 seconds for your hair to be fully saturated with the water, then you have high porosity hair. Okay, when you get out of the shower and apply your products, how long does it take your hair to air dry? If it's 4 or less hours to air dry and your hair is completely dry, like 100%, then you have high porosity hair, because your hair has soaked up all of that moisture. When you are doing styles like wash and goes, does your hair get easily tangled and knotted, and you get a lot of single strand knots, and you know, if you having those type of issues, a lot of times your hair is high porosity, and high porosity hair really don't like wash and goes. So if you struggle with wash and goes, or you notice your hair does not like wash and goes, one, look at your technique, but two, if you have tried everything and your hair just not cooperating and it's always tangled, it just always looks so dry, and no matter what you put on there, then you have high porosity hair. So honey, let's fix it. Okay, let's fix your high porosity hair. So with your hair, one of the things you can benefit from is the LCO method. Okay, so there's liquid, cream, and oil. So some type of liquid, which is water, because your hair loves water. Cream, a leave-in conditioner, and then an oil, something like jojoba oil, some like grapeseed oil, sweet almond oil, avocado oil. You know, you want to use some type of oil in order to seal it in. I do have a moringa infused oil that I use. I will link that video down below if you're interested in making your own moringa infused oil, but you can do this with anything, but that's part of my Ayurvedic hair care system that I use on my hair. So I will link some of those videos down below just so you guys can get a gist of that. But excuse me. But with high porosity hair, since your shingles are lifted, the issues that you're having in regards to wash and goes and tangles and knots is because your hair cannot just glide past each other. Okay, your strands are not able to do that because they are lifted, and when it's lifted, it's going to tangle upon each other. So that is why you get a lot of knots and tangles and things like that. One thing you want to do, which is in regards to high porosity hair, you want to always seal with some type of oil. If you find that the oils that you're using are too heavy or it weighs your hair down, then you need to change up the oils that you're using, because I'm gonna be honest, if you're using Jamaican black castor oil, that is a very thick oil, and high porosity hair tends to have thinner strands of hair. Even though you may have a lot of hair, you may have a lot, like in density of your hair, you may have a lot of strands of hair on your head, but your actual individual strands may be thin. So it's going to weigh your hair down. So if you're having that particular issue of your hair feeling weighed down, and it's like, oh, this oil is weighing me down, like organ oil, Jamaican black castor oil, just opt it out for some grapeseed oil, avocado oil, some sweet almond oil, like jojoba oil. You want to use oils like that are more on the lighter side, because it will not weigh your hair down, and it will seal and give you the nutrients that you need for your hair. Okay. So another thing you will benefit from with high porosity hair is stretched hairstyles. So braid outs, twist outs, anything that's going to keep your hair stretched to allow the natural sebum from your scalp in order to travel down your wonderful, beautiful hair, and to also reduce all the tangles and knots. You may want to opt out from the wash and go to a stretched hairstyle, because your hair will love it. If you notice your hair really loves stretched hairstyles, and they grow the best in stretched hairstyles and less tangles, less knots, then you probably have high porosity hair. So I think that is a tip that you can use. When you are deep conditioning your hair, you necessarily don't have to use heat. Heat will definitely lift your shingles up even more. So heat is not always a good thing with deep conditioning when you have high porosity hair. But what your hair do love is protein treatments. So you want to do light protein treatments. So you want to get a deep conditioner that has protein in it. You don't want to do anything too strong too often, if that makes sense. So the Afro-G two-step protein treatment, which is amazing, but it is very strong. You don't want to be doing that every week. You might can do it once a month, or you might do it once every 3 months. But what the protein does, it will help fill in the gaps of your cuticles and to bring those lifted cuticles down. So that is always a positive thing with hair porosities, because it helps you to keep your moisture in even better. So definitely make sure you stay up to date with your protein treatments as well, and then keep your ends clipped. Not saying like every 6 months, but when you're looking at your ends, you can tell when they're looking scraggly and looking like they just need to be clipped. Make sure that when that time comes, you go ahead and get those ends clipped off, okay? Because then that will reduce tangles as well. So yeah. So with high porosity, it's quite a few things, but you can beat it. Okay, I know people that have high porosity hair and their hair is freaking gorgeous. So you can, once you learn how to properly maintain it and moisturize it, and find hairstyles that work for your hair, it will be a breeze in maintaining your high porosity hair. So another factor when it comes to any porosity of hair is your nutrition. So when you think of nutrition, when you're taking all those wonderful good nutritions in, your body is going to distribute that to the most important things in your body. So your organs, things like that. Your hair and your nails are really the last place that nutrients are going to go. So just keep that in mind. You want to be healthy inside and let it radiate on the outside. So drink plenty of water, because that will help to hydrate your natural hair as well. If you have somehow reversed your hair from high porosity to low porosity, not including chemical damage or heat damage, because that is some of the major signs of high porosity hair, and some type of damage. But it can just be your hair type. So let me rewind a little bit, because I know that sounds like a little confusing. But if your hair naturally grows out of your scalp and it is high porosity, then I'm still trying to figure out, can you reverse that? you know, if you have reversed that, or you know a way to reverse that to make you a little bit more medium porosity or low porosity, then comment that down below, because that is a question that I like really want to know. But if you have gotten high porosity due to damage, chemical damage, heat damage, then you can easily just kind of clip that hair off. And then if your hair is naturally low porosity or medium porosity, once you get rid of that damaged hair, then your hair will be the other porosity. So yeah, so I hope that is helpful for you guys. I hope that was kind of quick and to the point. If you want to know a little bit more detail about certain subjects or objects when it comes to high porosity, comment that down below. And then also comment down below, how do you maintain moisture with your high porosity hair? And subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. Click that like button. That will let YouTube know you enjoyed this content. And share this video with other naturals so they can determine their hair porosity or just get tips on how to combat it. But other than that, I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.